After approving Trump baby balloon, London mayor gets dose of his own medicine by Dom, the conservative politics world news format, worldnews.com. After okaying a 20-foot tall Trump baby balloon to be flown over Parliament Square for the U.S. president's arrival, London's Muslim mayor Sadiq Khan just received the perfect dose of his own medicine. When Barack Obama was elected president, the left strangely lost their sense of humor in regards to satirizing the presidency. 8 years later, they've suddenly rediscovered the art of parody, relentlessly mocking President Donald Trump without end. Unfortunately, the vitriol from the left has completely clouded what little rationality they had, causing them to spiral into desperation and insanity. Of course, their unhinged rage has produced little more than pitiful and cringeworthy protests, and it's only making the case for Trump 2020. As one of President Donald Trump's most vocal critics in the UK, London Mayor Sadiq Khan has not only called for his country's greatest and most vital ally to be banned, he's now sanctioning disrespectful and churlish demonstrations on a taxpayer-funded property in preparation for Trump's upcoming trip to the UK on July 12th and 13th. Khan gave his approval for a 20-foot Trump baby balloon to fly over Parliament Square during the historical visit. Khan lazily justified his approval of raising the inflatable caricature by arguing that he supports the rights to peaceful protest, according to The Sun. However, conservative counter-protesters are about to force Khan to practice what he preaches after London Mayor Sadiq Khan approved a baby Trump balloon mocking the U.S. president to fly over Parliament Square. Londoners are raising funds to fly a Khan baby balloon featuring an unflattering caricature of the Muslim mayor in a diaper. The fundraiser on crowdfunder.com has raised over $22,000 for the balloon, which is just $4,000 away from their new goal. Crowdfunder giant Sadiq Khan baby balloon to fly over London. Well done, people. They've reached their target, but now going for so much more, aiming for a pro #Brexit balloon too. Now more than ever, we need to remind our politicians who their masters are. That's really a great idea. Wow. Additionally, British politician Nigel Farage pointed out Khan's hypocrisy, asking if he would have approved of a 20-foot Obama baby balloon during a visit from the former president, the Express reports. A furious Mr. Farage ripped into the London mayor during his evening LBC radio show. I think to have allowed this blimp it's a step too far. Would you have allowed this to happen if it was of Obama? Farage also exposed Khan's virtue signaling on the issue of Trump's travel ban, reminding the mayor that he had no problem when Obama implemented the same restrictions. Mr. Farage continued, Sadiq, you might not like Mr. Trump, you might not like his style, you might find him very confrontational, and you don't like the so-called Muslim ban. But Sadiq, where were you when President Obama introduced a total ban on refugees coming from 7 predominantly Muslim countries? I didn't hear the howls of outrage. I didn't see the protests in the streets of London back in 2016. Angry Britons confirmed Farage's reasoning, demanding that a Khan baby also flies over Parliament Square for the sake of peaceful protest. Others reminded the Muslim mayor of his skyrocketing crime rate, which has risen in every area since his 2016 election. Then he must allow the Khan in a nappy to fly. Would be good if it has the number of you know what that took place in the city there. They won't allow Tommy Robinson to talk against Islam, but suddenly they can allow freedom of expression to try and humiliate President Trump, who represents our country. Another wrote, looks like free speech only goes one way. Nice to see Khan has his priorities right. How pathetic can you get? Another commented. Now, if we had argued for and got extra police on the streets, dealt with the gangs and mopped thieves, maybe this country wouldn't be a laughing stock. So whilst Mayor Khan is endorsing protest on the streets of London, and you know what else, I think this man needs to get his priorities right. British Tory MP Philip Davies also blasted Khan for his childish display, arguing that the Muslim mayor should be more concerned about his economic failure than mocking President Trump for exposing them. Philip Davies said he seems to be more interested in siding up to labor groups like Momentum than delivering on the best for the British economy. Of course, Trump won't even catch a glimpse of the Trump baby, despite the exhaustive efforts of the unhinged protesters. In fact, the closest he's expected to come to Parliament Square, where the balloon will be flown, is 40 miles away at Chequers, the Prime Minister's Buckinghamshire home. And Mayor Sadiq Khan is patronizingly trying to hide his biased progressive agenda under the guise of the very liberties he undermines. And Britons are sick of it. Khan doesn't represent the will of all Londoners, many of whom support President Donald Trump and love America. Hopefully, Londoners will make Khan practice what he preaches by flying their own Khan baby balloon over Parliament Square, since he's suddenly such a fan of peaceful protests. Totally agree. When do they vote for another mayor to get his butt out of there? He's a disturbing individual. He doesn't represent anything of London. Really, how this man even got into office? I mean, it's a shocker. That's why you have to be careful who you vote into office, because it's going to be bad news all around. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.